Welcome back to the Embedded System Library. So, in continuation with the bit manipulation instructions, in this session we are going to deal the assembly language program for searching an element in a given given data set. Okay, so for performing this, we have three methodologies of searching an element or to find the element in a given array. The first one is linear search, the other one is bubble searching, the other one is the last one is the quick search. So now we are going to have a rather very simple approach with respect to the searching methodology, which will be implemented using our assembly language. This is the linear search. So it is the simplest searching methodology. So let us consider there is a data stream which is arranged in an array. Okay. So So wherever the data is present, that location we are calling it as a index or memory location. So let us consider that index as our memory locations, and each and every memory locations we are going to store. We are going to have a data. So here in this example, where there are 9 memory locations. So in each and every memory locations, one data is there. So totally 9 datas are there. So out of these 9 datas, we need to search one element whether that element is present in the particular memory or particular array or not. So how we are going to start? So start with the leftmost memory location, and then you proceed one by one by comparing the element that is to be found with each element of the array. Okay. Any at any location, if the number which has to be searched is matched with the element that is present in the array, then stop the comparison. If it does not match, we have to go for the control has to transfer from one memory location to the other memory location. There is a simple approach. Let us see how we are going to implement with the help of a AL. Okay, for our ARM Cortex board. So write an assembly. So our aim will be write an assembly language program to search a 32-bit number in a given array. Now, how we find that, how we indicate that whether the number is found or not? For that, we are putting a condition. If the number is found, display all F's, double F in R not register. If not, just display a 0 in R. Okay, so understood? So first, we need to search an element in a given array, and if that number is found, we have to return a value called double F in R naught. If it is not found, if the number is not found, we have to return 0 to the element. So let us say first. So first, we are going to define our data array in the data segment. So usually what is the procedure? First, and memory will be allocated using area keyword, and that memory we are going to name it as data1, and we are defining that area as a data segment, and we are giving the permission to the data segment as read only. So within that, we are going to define our data. Okay, so that data, the starting address of that array, we are referring it as array ARR. So this is an optional one. If you want to make use of this, you can make use. Otherwise, defaultly we can make use of data, the name of the data segment. So define the data in terms of 32-bit numbers. Okay, so 32-bit number is the one, but what we are going to define. So defaultly, what we do is define port double word 8F 125503 88. So these are the elements, these are the data elements which we are be storing in the array. Next, what we have to do, we have to find the number. So out of this number, we will take one number and we find whether this number is present in the data array or not. So for that, again, what we do is we define another segment, another data segment by the name called data2, area data2 data segment. Again, it is only read-only access. Then the number that we have to search, that we are naming it as a key. Again, it should be a 32-bit number, so we are defining it by BCD, and the number is 0x88. Okay, so 88 is a number that we have to found in this data. Now, how many data we are using? 5 data. So we have to search only within that limit. So we need to know the length of that array. So since 5 data we are using, defaultly 5 arrays will be there. The length will be considered as 5. So we are defining it as length equal macro 0, 5. So with this, our data segment is initialized. Next, coming to the program segment, make use of area. So define an area, memory area, and name it as a program, and define it as a, make it as a code segment, and give the access as only read only. Next, what you do with the help of the entry keyword, we are going to enter into the code segment and then export. So we are going to export our program right from start label start. Okay, so this is the initialization of your our code segment. Now coming to the program. So first, the starting address of the data segment, we are defining it as I explained to you before. LDR R naught is equal to array. So this array you can use, or if you don't want to use ARRY, any variable, directly you can give data one here. So once you give, the starting address will be pointed by the R0 register. Next, the length will be stored, allocated to R2. Okay, the value of the length, value of uh, value of the length is stored in some memory location and it is named as length, LEN, that is allocated to R2. Next, the number that is to be searched will be we are storing in, we have been pointing by a register called R3. Next, what we do, this element, the number which has to be searched, that we will load into R4 register. LDR load R4, comma, the data pointed by, the data present in the address location pointed by R3 will be simply moved to R4. So with this initializations, we have finished. Now, what we have to do, we have to compare element by element in the given array. So first, the data that has been pointed by the location, by the R0 register, it has to be moved to R5. Okay, so now R5 is having 08F, 08F, because R0 is pointing to the starting address of our data set. Now what we have to do, we have to compare the key element and the element that is present in the array. So our key element is stored in R4. So R4, R4. So when we do comparison between R4 and R5, if it is equal, we have to come out of the loop. Means our element has been found. If it is not, then what we have to do, we have to go for the, we have to search for the element that is present in the next memory location. So let us see here. So R4 value is 88 and R5 value is 8F. So it is not equal. So this condition will fail. Branch equal will get failed and immediately the next instruction is going to be executed. What's the next instruction? Add R0 comma R0 comma hash4, means we have to go for the next memory location. And keep in mind, so we are using 32-bit number. Okay, so 32-bit number means it is going to consume 4 memory locations. So when we do this loading operation, the starting byte will be moved to R5. Okay, so remaining 3 bytes are there, right? So in order to skip that, what we will be going to the next memory location. Suppose 8F is stored in 2000 location. Okay, then 12 will be located in 2003 location. Means 8F is a 32-bit number. So first byte will be loaded with 8F, second byte will be loaded with 00, third byte will be loaded with 00, and fourth byte will be located with 00. Means 2000 will be loaded with 8F, 2001 00, 2002 00, 2003 00. So the next memory location will be at 2004. There we will be storing our 12. Okay, so that's why we will be adding 4 to the address R0. Okay, the value of R0. So now R0 will be pointing to 1. Next, one comparison we have done, isn't it? So we have to subtract the length. So length has to be subtracted by 1. So for that, subs R2 comma R2 comma hash 01. 0x1 also you can make it. Nothing wrong. Next, now since this comparison, this condition, we have to check. If it is 0, means the comparisons are being over. If it is not 0, the comparison, we have to start the comparison again. So since this is branch not equal, both are not equal, immediately we'll go to the loop. So that's the loop. Loop is going to start here. Now what's the new value of R0? R0 will be pointing to this, and the value that is present at that location is 12. That will be moved to R1. Now 12 will be compared with 88, and since it is not equal, again R0 will be incremented by 4 times, and then our length is going to decrement by 1 time. Then again we start the comparison with, yeah, 5 will be compared with 88. Since they are not equal, again the control is going to be R0 is going to be incremented by one more factor, 03, and then 03 is compared with 33. Since it is not equal, again our R0 is incremented by one factor. That is, it is pointing to the last location. But in the last location, the value present is 88, which will be moved to R5 with the help of LDR instruction. Now R5 value and R4 value are equal. Means our search is found. So immediately what we need to do, we have to go for found move R0, comma. So if a number is found, what we have to do, we have to display double F in R0 registers that we will be moving. For suppose here also we are not having the number that has to be searched, means the number is not found. Okay, so what happens if, so for suppose in R5 there is some 8. So since it is not equal, again what it will go for the next memory location by R, subtract R2. Now R2 value will become 0. Now branch not equal to loop. So now the branch will become equal. So this condition will get failed, and the next instruction is going to be executed. So what's the next instruction? Move R0, comma 0. When no element is found, 0 will be loaded to R. And what we are doing, we are going to do branch stop, and we are transferring the control from stop to here. So now our program is going to end here. So hope you understand this. Now we will try to implement the same using our key. See, I have opened the key version. So what I do, as usual, once it is open, immediately we have to go for the project, select new project as sample version 5. So what we need to do, we need to select the legacy data device. Then we have to search for STM to F401RE. So we are going to start we have created the target file with the target folder with a startup folder. So what we need to do, the first thing, we have to uncomment the system initialization. So import the one which is present at 180. 183 and 184. So these three things we have to disable. Okay. Next, what we have to do, we have to open a new command. Okay, so we have to start writing the program. So since I have already written the program, I'll make use of the same program. Yeah, the program is written, and we have been saving the extension called yes. And then what's the next important thing? We have to add this file, program BC. Add this file, close it. Then what we need to do, we need to give the export label, the starting address of the label, and the import instruction of our main file, okay, our starting file. This at 181. Just go to your program, save it, build it. The program is building, and now if you see, we got zero errors and zero warnings. So now defaultly what we have to do, we have to go for the debug procedure. So now we came for the debug. So as told you, we can go for two methodologies, but let us stay. Since this is a small program, we will see line by line operation. Okay. So just press F10. So first R0 is loaded with the data segment address. R2 is loaded with 5. R3 is loaded with the data pointed by key. So the address location of the key, and then the data that is present in that address is simply moved to our R code, that is 88. Then we are taking R0 address, starting address we are taking, and we are making the data that is present in that address location pointed by R0 simply copied to R5. So first data was 8F. So 8F is being moved here. 8F is moved here. Next. So we are comparing these two. These two numbers are going to be compared. Since they are unequal, what happens? R0 is being incremented. So now previously R0 value was 2000, and plus 4 we add 2004 it becomes, and R2 is our number of comparisons length. Now one element has been compared, so we have to come out. So then since this is non-zero value, we come back to this. Now R5 is reloaded with the new value 1 2. Then since they are not equal, again R0 is shifted to the next location, right? So now see, in the next location, we have the value called 88. Okay. So now 88. So last location. Now both when we compare these two, both will form equal. Simply we are moving R0 as F F F F. See, R0 is loaded with FF means our element is formed. So this is how we can debug it. So now let us take the case of an element which is not present in the array. If it is not present, what is the result we have to get? We have to get 0 0 in our data. So for this, we'll take a random value 08. Simply rebuild it. I'll build it. Go to the debug mode, and I will simply run the program. No need of stepwise program. I'll run it. I'll stop it. Now see, my data is 08, which is not found in the array. So simply my return values are not equal to 0 0 0 0. Hope you understand this program, and you try to implement for large number of data so that it will be easy to understand. With this, ending this lecture. Thank you very much.